So when you have something like a ship or an airplane, the direction they're going is known as the bearing. So if you look at the directions, there's north and south, there's east and west. Now there's two main ways that bearing is described. One would be from the north, go 20 degrees towards the east. So you'd always start with this. So draw the north line and now go towards the east by 20 degrees. So they would be going that direction. So from the south, go 40 degrees towards the west. So you'd start by drawing the south line, then go towards the west, and this would be 40 degrees. So that's one way to describe bearing. It will start with either north or south, and then it will tell you go either to the east or to the west. But you need to start with this one first, draw the south line. This one first, draw the north line. Another way is if it just says bearing 200 degrees. Now when it just says that, that means you go from the north line and then go 200 degrees. So from here around to the south line, that would be 180, and then go another 20 degrees, and so they would be going this direction. So if I take this method and I try to write it in this method, well, for one, you could, I suppose, say from the north, go towards the west 200 degrees, but then if you go past over right here, you're no longer going to the west, you're going to the east. So that's not a great way to say it. So instead what I could do is, I forgot to write the 200 degrees on this. So instead what I could do is say, this is going to be the south line, and from here to the red line is 180. So that means what's left right here is 20 degrees. So if I were going to say it in this method, then this would be the south. So this would be from the south, go 20 degrees towards the east. Now it all just depends on how the information is given to you. Personally, I prefer this because I can visualize this better, but I can figure this one out also. Now let's do some applications. So for example, number 1. So one ship is 12 miles offshore. So 12 miles off of the beach, and bearing from the north, oops, I didn't mean to start writing it, just the end. From the north, go 20 degrees towards the west. And then another ship is 15 miles offshore. Bearing north, go 20 degrees towards the east. And the drama of the situation is that they're pointed right towards each other and they might crash. Find the distance between ships. I find it amazing that you can have giant oil tankers and they run into each other. It seems to me like they're so giant and they have radar that they wouldn't do that, but it can happen. Anyway, so let's say that over here is the shore. And then one ship is 12 miles offshore. And it is going northwest. So it's going northwest. Well, that doesn't make sense, because if the other ship is here and it's 15 miles offshore and it's going to the northeast, so northeast means it's going this direction, northwest. That's what it is. I meant right here to say that this is southwest. See, when I wrote that little smudge, my brain was trying to tell me, hey, you didn't do something right. That's supposed to be southwest. You can see I have my notes right here. It's supposed to be southwest. Okay. So basically they're going like this, they're going towards each other. Now I should actually draw this part. So this one is going from the south. Make this 20 degrees towards the west. And for this one, you go from the north and then 20 degrees. So they're headed right for each other. Then find this distance between them. We'll call that x. Well, in order to do that, I need a right triangle. So what I'll do is drop this down until it's perpendicular. Now, since this is 12 miles right here, this red line right here is 12 miles. That means this red line is also 12 miles. So that means this 15 could be broken up into a 12 right there and a 3 right there. Now, using the 20 degrees, go across from it. This would be opposite, and this is the hypotenuse. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So it'll be sine of 20 degrees equals the opposite over the hypotenuse. And then you can multiply both sides by x. And last, divide both sides by sine of 20 degrees. So it'll be 3 divided by sine of 20 degrees. So 3 divided by sine of 20 degrees. So the distance between them is 8.771 miles. So that should be plenty of time for the ships to see each other and change their course so they don't run into each other. Okay, then on to example number 2. So ultra runners are people that say marathons are not long enough, so their races are longer than a marathon. So this person goes out for a run and first starts by going 10 miles as the warm-up part, bearing from the north, go 15 degrees towards the west. And then the person turns right and runs 15 miles. Then find the distance and bearing back to the start. So after this person has run 25 miles, they realize, oh, I forgot my water bottle back at the car. I better run back and get that. So not only how far do they have to go to get back to the start, but what direction should they go? So find the distance and bearing back to the start. Okay, so I'm not sure how big this picture is going to be, so I'll sort of start in the middle of this blank area. So go from the north, so this will be the start. Go from the north and go 15 degrees toward the west, and then that will be 10 miles. Then the person turns right. So they are facing this direction by the time they get to that point right there. So turning to the right means that they're going like this. Oh, I forgot to say 90 degrees. So then they're going to be running 90 degrees. So this will be 90 degrees, and they're going to run for 15 miles. And then they end up over here. So then they are right here. Their car is right here. So they need to get back to the start. So how long is that red line? That's the easy part. Because if you look at the whole outside triangle, that's a right triangle. So we could just use the Pythagorean theorem. So x squared equals 10 squared plus 15 squared. This is going to be 100 plus 225. So 10 squared plus 15 squared, that's 325. So I actually did that part right. And now take the square root of both sides. What is the square root of 325? So it's just over 18 miles back to the start. So that would be a 43-mile day. That would be considered a decent workout, running 43 miles. Now the other part, which is the more interesting, the more challenging part, is what's the bearing? So they're going to be going along this red line, so what direction should they go? Well, this is the south line. And they're going to be running just to the west of that. So they're going to be running southwest. So how much is this angle? Well, don't forget, when you have two parallel lines and you have a transversal, then this angle and this angle will be the same. So that means that this angle equals whatever this angle is. So really we just need to find that angle. And the reason that's a little bit easier because that's inside of a triangle. And on the inside of the triangle, the three angles will add up to 180. Now, the only thing I'm missing is this angle right here, because I know that one, I know that one, I'm gonna find out that one, but I still need to know this one. So for the moment, I'm gonna call this theta. Now to solve for theta. So if you go across from it, this is opposite and this is adjacent. So that's tangent. So tangent of theta equals opposite over adjacent. And then take tangent inverse of that. Boy, should you use the calculator in this class a lot? Tangent inverse of 10 divided by 15, and is it in degrees? Yes. So that angle equals 33.69 degrees. Now that's not the answer because we still need to find this little angle right here. So for this angle, I'm just going to call it A for angle. And all of the angles in a triangle, so 15 plus A plus theta plus 90 have to add up to 180. So that means if I take A plus 15 plus 90, plus 33.69, all of that has to equal 180. So 15 plus 90 plus 33.69 is equal to a 138.69. Then subtract 138.69 from both sides. So 180 minus 138.69, it's 4131. So A equals 41.31. So this angle equals 41.31, which means that angle is as well. So that means from the south goes toward the west. Where should I put that answer? From the south, go 41.31 degrees towards the west. There's the bearing, and there's the distance.